So there we go. So you wanted to talk about generational curses.
Yeah.
So what's your take on that?
So like I think that's going to be very very valuable to a lot of people out there because
For sure.
you know I think it's not a small problem.
Mm-hmm.
I think a bulk of people tend to blame their failures on
Their parents?
on their parents.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the right thing to do. What do you think? What's your take?
I think as a child you can blame your parents for that, but I think once you turn 21,
Okay.
I don't think that's a stand that you can take anymore because we're an adult. I think we know right from wrong
Okay.
at that age. I guess we're trying to know right from wrong at that age,
Right.
and we make decisions for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think if you are in your 20s and you blame your parents for whatever situation that you're going through at the time, I think that is a coward move.
Okay.
For instance, let me explain why I say that. I have kids, right? I have 2 kids. I'm a single mom, and my dad is a piece of shit, sorry to say. And my mom
Do you want
is...
to cut that out?
No, you can. That's up to you. That's completely up to you. And my mom is who she is, but my dad was a very controlling, narcissistic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was the worst growing up. He was very abusive and stuff. And then
I can see it on your face.
It's okay. And my mom was very soft, and we never really grew up with her. So that obviously led to me making certain decisions. For instance, I made a boy at 20, had kids with him, and now I'm a single mom, you know. But I can't blame that on my parents.
Yeah, on even him.
Or even him, yes. I blame that on myself because I didn't choose to heal from my past traumas as a kid. I didn't choose to make better decisions. I didn't choose to wait. You know what I mean? So as adults, I think that we're responsible for the decisions that we make. And that literally plays in the same ball as generational trauma.
Okay.
I have the responsibility as a mom to break that curse from my kids and not making them my kids, and them not making the same decisions that I made, them not making the same decisions my mom made, my dad made, my uncles and aunties and blah blah blah, you know. So that's my take on that.
Okay. So like is it better said than done?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. It is a lot of work, healing, trying to do better, trying to be better.
So now when you're saying healing, are you now infusing the person who did you wrong coming to apologize, or even when they don't
No,
apologize?
not even. I don't think I need an apology from anybody. I think it's my personal healing. I have the responsibility to heal myself from my past traumas, from what I've been through, my experiences, my future as well. I can't blame anybody for the decisions that I've made. Yes, maybe I was clouded because I loved this man, because I loved my mom, because I loved my dad, because, you know, I didn't know any better. I was naive at the time. But it is ultimately my choice to learn from that and do better. Yeah.
Okay, like what you're saying. It says strong and responsible, and it says hope for the coming generations.
Of course.
So like I'm looking at a person. Listen, we all want money.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you also want money.
Of course.
I thought you're going to pretend that you don't want money.
Hell no! I want all the money in the world.
So like a bulk of times when we talk about generational curses, we cannot leave out money.
Of course, yeah.
Like the ability to make money for yourself.
Yeah.
Because like I think money solves a lot of things.
Of course.
A whole lot of things. So like how do you advise?
Money allows you the freedom to live.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was all ears. That's deep on its own, hey?
Yeah.
So like there's someone who's saying my parents were not rich, maybe it's a curse on me. What's your take on that? And whenever they fail, instead of trying again, now they've got a default a blame sort of platform to say, because my father was always like this.
I
my
think
mother was
blaming
always
your
like this.
parents for anything in this life is irresponsible, is a disservice to yourself, because
Go to yourself.
you cannot blame your parents for, and I'm talking about being an adult, I'm not talking about being a child, right? You can't blame your parents for the life that they thought they were giving you, out of the ability of them giving you the best that they can. You know what I mean? What did you say? Making money?
I'm saying, yeah, making money, yes. And what you're saying is dear pay.
So-
Maybe just to cut you before you go to the money.
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
just said is dear pay. I heard you say from they were serving you from the best of their ability.
Of how they know how, the
So
best
now
to
is
how
it
they
now
know.
your duty to take it further?
Of course,
Wow.
of course,
That's
for
nice.
sure.
Now you can
I
go to the
think
money,
that
yes.
a lot of, especially in the black community, and when I say black, I mean black, colored, anybody non-white, right?
You are colored, right?
Yes, I am
Wrong,
colored.
wrong.
I am colored.
Maybe you're so too.
Well, I'm half Xhosa and I'm half German and I'm
Yes.
half Scottish.
Half?
Xhosa,
Uh-huh.
German,
Uh-huh.
Scottish.
So it can't be half. We need to. It's how many? It's.
No, I don't know. I
We have to
don't
find
know.
someone who knows
I don't know. I know that my
the basics
grandmother,
for us, yeah.
my great grandmother is Xhosa. I know that my
Xhosa.
great grandfather is German. That's
Yeah.
all I know. I know that my parents are colored. That makes me colored, right?
So prove it. Say something in Xhosa right now.
Haibo, I don't know.
You said Haibo. You said Haibo. Why are you looking down upon yourself? Huh?
Oh
Haibo.
my God. No, I don't know any other words. I'm sorry.
I'm taking you. I'm derailing you.
That's okay. What was the question you had about? Oh, that's what
Yeah.
I wanted to explain. So I grew up, my mom wasn't so financially well off. My dad was, right?
Okay.
But what my dad, and I only see this now because I'm an adult, what my dad taught us was, cool, he had all the money that he currently has,
Okay.
but he didn't spoil us.
Okay.
He didn't hand it to us. He didn't give us a silver platter. You know what I mean? We had to work for it. We still have to work for it. Right now, I can't get on a call with my dad and be like, hey, I need a loaf of bread. I can't do that. He'll laugh at me, you know? So I think that as adults, given from what we were taught as kids, as teenagers and stuff, I think that we need to take that and run with it and make our lives our own. Taking into perspective that we have our own lives to live and we make the decisions that we make, right? Based off of what we taught, what we learn, what we come to learn, the books we read, the podcasts we watch, the different people that we encounter and stuff, you know? And therefore we make the decisions that we do. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, we learn, we don't learn, experience builds character, right? If you become a parent and as a dad you decide not to be there for your kid, that is all on you. That's not on your parents. If I am a mother and I decide to not be there for my kids, that's on me. That's not on my parents, right? But why? Because I'm an adult and I choose to make that decision. If you are an adult, again, and you sit at home and you're doing nothing with your life, how is that your parents' fault? You have the responsibility to break that generational curse.
Okay.
And I wish that a lot of more people could come to know that. That, listen, yes, I was dealt with shitty cards, but it's my responsibility to be better.
Because, like, I mean, I guess you can explain it to people, but you can't explain it to life.
No.
When life comes, it's demanding.
Because I can explain it to you. I can talk and talk and talk and talk, but are you going to hear me? You know what I mean? Are you going to take that and put it into action? You know? That's the question.
So I've noticed something. Hey, okay, that's very profound. Hey, you're spitting gold bars. That's very profound, because I've noticed. I love to study life. I study life, man. So when I look at these guys who are on the streets, and they're asking for something, I noticed that they've developed, a second nature of feeling pity for themselves.
Yeah.
And it's actually dehumanizing to a certain extent. I'm not saying that we're not supposed to help our people around.
Of course.
As much as I'm going to help you today with the 100 rand, but then is what you're doing to yourself having sympathy always, and feeling entitled to sympathy as if the other person who's also helping doesn't go through the same problems. If you know what I'm saying.
But I think people thrive on that. I think people thrive on pity, on self-pity.
Can you call it thrive? Is it
Thrive meaning they get a rush from that. Yes. They get a rush from, hey, let me stand in the middle of the street and tell a story, and maybe people will feel sorry for me, and then I'll get money from that. That's what people thrive on. Certain people, not all. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that's amazing. Like, from what you've learned, I picked up that you listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
Suggest something for someone over here. You mentioned the name about a person who gives good advice, and you're saying they must listen. I'm sorry I overheard you.
No problem.
So I picked up that you mentioned that you listen to podcasts, and also how does that contribute to someone changing their life?
So and I think this is maybe a little bit off topic, but it just basically speaks about people thriving on outside validation.
Outside validation, external.
Yes. I think that everybody does what they do because of society and outside validation, right? So I listen to a woman called Mel Robbins.
Yes, that's the name that I was looking for.
Yes, Mel Robbins. And she has this theory called let them.
Let them.
Yes, let them. So personally, I have baby daddy issues. Personally, I have daddy issues. Personally, I have sibling issues. I have people that hate on me, people that just have different opinions about me, and it's my responsibility to choose how I'm going to react to that. Mel Robbins says, let them. If they have an opinion about you, let them have an opinion about you. If you get into an argument and this guy fires you, let them. If you have an argument with your parents and they kick you out the house, or they have just a different besides opinion, what's another word for opinion? Views of, yes, let them. But also, when you let them, let me. It's my responsibility to choose how I react, to choose what I'm going to do next, to choose where my life is going to go. Am I going to let the opinions get to me?
Okay.
Am I going to let this person dictate how I live, what I'm about to do next? No. Let them. Do you know how much peace that brings?
I can feel the peace that it brings.
Thank you.
Because there's a lot of noise when people are doing stuff. You're triggered. You're sort of taken by the wind, and people are good at doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like you're driving here, someone cuts you off, and then you react to this.
Yeah.
And then you got someone else.
Yeah.
Something happens,
and you don't have to react.
Else. Yeah.
You don't have to react. Let them.
Let them.
Let them.
Okay, that's amazing. So you know what you just did? You just marketed. Whatever the podcast or the
Mel Robbins.
I'm actually going to look it up because I think
Please
it's
do.
profound,
Please do.
It's profound.
Yeah. It's helped me a lot in my personal life. Yeah.
Because
I was very.
What I'm asking myself is, who is in control if you're reactive?
Exactly. You are. You're supposed to be in control.
You
control your life. Everything in your life, and this is what people don't can't accept, is that everything that happens to you in your life is because of you. It's not because of anybody else. It's because of you.
So what do you mean when you say everything is because of you?
I have a shitty baby daddy because of me. Because I chose to love this person, although there was so many red flags. I chose to ignore it. and I chose to still be with him. Now, my consequences are I'm a single mom.
Hey, you sound like you read the Bible. Because me, I read the Bible. Ne?
Yeah.
Very spiritual. So there's a verse that I know. It says, we must not mock God. We shall reap what we sow.
Yeah.
And I see it in my life sometimes. You know, I mess up, and then at a later, you don't realize it when you're doing the mess up. After some time, your mind tells you that you messed up. Sometimes you don't tell it to people. You keep it yourself.
Yep.
So how do you now balance between self-judgment and accepting that you are responsible for your life? How do you now balance it off, like to be able to live with yourself?
So that's currently what I'm experiencing and what I'm going through, is that for many years I always questioned, like, oh my God, why am I going through this? Why I don't deserve this, all of that stuff. That's the denial part of going through whatever you're going through, right? I think acceptance comes with time, comes with age, comes with experience. I am only now accepting the how can I say, the place that I had in what I went through. I'm only now accepting that I went through what I went through because of me, because of the decisions that I made. You have to become self-aware.
I think that's strength of character, man, to blame yourself first before you blame others. Because I kind of resonate with it, and it sort of makes you a better person.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you're changing so that you can suit the other person who was in the picture. It means that you're changing to suit you to be a better person.
Of course.
And maybe when you're moving on, let's say maybe in this case if it's a relationship, so that when you're moving on, like you're a better package when you're going forward and stuff like that. Come on, man.
It's to become self-aware. It's to deal. It's the whole point of this is to heal. Us as human beings need to heal. We need to heal from our childhood traumas. We need to heal from our parents. We need to heal from whatever experiences that has
accumulating along the way.
Exactly.
Because it's like when you never healed, you're also accumulating more.
Bullshit. Yes.
And they say had people.
Yes. Rightfully so. Hell yeah.
See,
hell yeah.
You think too much.
Like I had to come to a place in my life where because I have 2 kids, right? I have a son and I have a daughter. My son is 9, my daughter's 3. Yeah. Thank you. I am now raising a son whereby I cannot put my self-hurt and self-traumas onto him. That's not fair. I need to heal in order to be the best mom and person to him. You know what I mean? And that's my responsibility. I don't think a lot of people know that.
Okay, I want you to be honest with me on this one.
Yeah.
Obviously, there is a place where you started your journey.
For sure.
Now, give me a comparison before you started the journey, how you felt, and when you started the journey. What was the difference, and who introduced you to this journey? Because definitely you're going the right route.
Who I was as a person before this? Is that what you're asking?
So what I'm asking is that before you dealt with the hurt and stuff like that, before you started maybe reading and finding out from the sources that you're finding out from, where were you emotionally? And where are you now?
Before, I was very reactive. I was very angry. I was very hurt. I was very I was just a different person, man. I think it took me going through what I went through to realize that, hey, well, wait. I have the responsibility to make my future, to make my kids' future better, right? I read a lot of books. I read a lot of books.
So the
Whoa,
thing
bro.
helps. Yeah, that guy.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. No, I saw him when he was swerving that.
Oh yeah, okay. I just happened to be in the space where I think I was so broken that I happened to be in the space where I had to learn now, you know. I couldn't keep doing what I was doing or reacting the way I was reacting, because it put me in a position where I was like, hey, stop. Realize what you're doing. Whether that was me acting out violently, whether that was me acting out in a psychotic way, whether that was me drinking all the time, whether that was me smoking all the time. Because as hurt people, in order for us to have an outlet, we look towards alcohol, smoking, sex, partying, just hanging out with the wrong crowd, right? And I couldn't be that for my kids. I couldn't. I have kids. I have the responsibility to make sure that they have a better life than what I did, right? And I think that me being a mom, like, completely did a 360. And I guess that's what basically changed me from what I was to who I am. And knowledge is power.
I love information.
Yes.
I love information.
Yes. Read your books.
Yeah.
Watch your YouTube podcasts. Watch freaking just online videos and whatever is given to us nowadays in this time, you know. Yeah. I guess that's what has shaped me. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm still healing. I'm not perfect. But yeah.
And I love the fact that you are referring other people to the information.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Like, is it do you find that it helps maybe to pass on the information to others?
For sure.
Have you seen maybe someone being transformed by what you're doing?
Of course.
What feeling do you get?
Of course.
Because what you're doing right now, you don't have an idea what you're doing right now. Listen, there's something that happens when you're having a conversation with someone like me and you right now.
Yeah.
What we hear and what we feel from each other is different from a person who's watching me and you talk.
For
together.
sure.
It's totally amazing. You don't have an idea what you're doing right now.
For sure.
Okay, you're still saying something. You're still saying something. I love chasing rabbits, you see.
I don't know what I was saying.
No.
But yeah, I guess, you know, like I was saying, I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. I still have my faults. But it's my responsibility to want to be better and do better. It's my responsibility to go out there and find that information, attract that information. Yeah.
Okay. Who's your favorite podcaster? Or maybe
Mel Robbins.
Mel Robbins. Is Mel Robbins male or female?
She's a female. She's a female.
What's your highlights? Like, what's the video that blew you up?
Let them.
Maybe the insights.
Let them.
Is it a YouTube
Let
video?
Let them. It's a YouTube video, it's an Instagram video, it's a TikTok video, it's everywhere.
What's her name?
Mel, M-E-L, Robbins, R-O-B-B-I-N-S.
She happens to see this Mel Robbins.
Mel Robbins.
You're changing lives. You are changing lives.
Mel Robbins. I swear to God, it will change everybody's life.
Come on.
I swear to God.
And I think people should share information, man.
Yeah, stop gatekeeping, man.
Yeah, like I think there's a far-reaching result that is out of your control.
Yeah.
When you let something go.
Yeah.
But then the problem is that also when you're letting out the wrong stuff, the same happens.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at this traffic, man.
Hectic. But it's that time already. But I think it's moving, at least it's better. So I think maybe you must do your own podcast.
You know, I was thinking of that.
I love your quick response.
But
you're just thinking of it. Thinking is a good starting point.
You're right.
You think about it. It's a good starting point.
I was thinking about it, yeah.
Tell me more.
I would. I think I don't wanna pass on wrong information, man. You know, because then I'm held accountable for that. Okay. So I think I just want to learn and take in a lot of information as I can, and yeah. then
If you
I'll
were to
do
talk
what I
to
need
people
to.
about something, what would you talk to them about?
Being a single mom.
Being a single mom. I think that's amazing. Do you know, I think that's amazing. I think there's a lot of single moms out there who are confused and they don't even know how they became single moms.
I'm one of them.
What do you mean?
I'm one of them. I thought I was going to get married and have a happy life and all of that,
And
but
then boom, like you're single
boom,
mom. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years.
Exactly. 9 years.
What's happening? Why is it like, I don't
The
think
norm. It's a trend. I don't know. Talk to your brothers. Talk to your fellow brothers.
Is
Ask
it because
them.
we're too busy and things happen quickly and...
I don't think it's because of busyness. I think a lot of broke men become baby daddies.
Baby daddies.
Yeah.
You're not ready and then you're caught up in this situation.
Not ready? I wasn't ready, but I had to become ready. So how is that an excuse for men? How is that an excuse? You weren't ready. I also, so you said that, you know, you weren't ready, right? When I became a mother, I too wasn't ready.
These guys.
Right? I too, look, I'm just looking at you.
He's looking at me.
I too wasn't ready, but I had to be ready, because who the hell was going to look after that child? So how is that an excuse for men, but never an excuse for mothers?
Yeah, that's true. So like I was still saying now, you diverted me, you see.
Sorry.
If you could do something on single mothers, it's going to stick. When I say stick, I mean it's going to do exactly what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of single mothers out there don't know what to do. I think the bulk of them are bitter. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I don't think they're bitter.
Is it okay?
Why do you think they're bitter?
I think they're bitter because I'm not sure of what I'm saying. I think there might be some that are bitter. You know, they're still holding on to this guy. Did this and this and this.
Why do you think they're holding on to that guy?
They might not have a similar understanding as yourself, that you know, everything that you do is a choice. Some ladies out there, you hear them.
However, I only realized that now in my recent years. Before, this man promised me marriage. That the decisions that I make is because of me. It's not because of anybody, right? But not a lot of people think the way that I think. Right?
Exactly my point.
So a lot of, and I'm speaking from experience, because I still get made out to be a bitter single mom, right? Only because I fight for my baby daddy to do what he needs to do, responsibilities, and he doesn't. By the way, I still do. A lot of the time we are made out to be bitter because we are fighting for the bare minimum. So because you don't want to take that, and I don't mean you, I'm just generalizing, because you don't want to take that responsibility, now I'm bitter. Yes, I am bitter because you promised me a life, you promised me marriage, you promised me responsibility, you promised that you would be there. Then all of a sudden the child comes and you're not there. Now I have to pick up your slack and my slack. I have to play the mother and the father. I have to suck. Okay, I'm not gonna be vulgar. I have to hustle to make sure that your kid is sorted while you are living your best life. Of course I'm gonna be bitter, because when we laid in that bed, it was two. Now I have to take on that responsibility. How is that fair? How is that fair? You know, again, not taking away from the fact that it's my responsibility that I made that decision. I made the decision to make you a dad, knowing that there were so many red flags. But you know, women, sometimes women are dumb. We are driven by emotion. So because I love you, I'm gonna make you a dad.
Listen, I feel like I won't allow you to take it on women alone, because I play a part also when I'm coming after you.
For sure.
When I'm seducing you, when I'm taking you out, when I'm giving you a fun time, when I'm promising to love you and stuff like that.
Love bomb.
Yeah, sort of. I'm doing some part to conquer you.
Of course.
So that you
of course.
So I'm not going to allow you to take that on your own. Listen, there is out there. I'm not condoning that you don't support your kids. I mean, you support them because they're like ladies are not supposed to fight for the bare minimum.
Of course.
Because it makes them.
But a lot of the time, look, there's so many. You know what? Let me actually Google it. I'm gonna Google this.
Uh-huh.
Hey Siri, compared to ratio, how many single mothers are there out in the world?
Okay. Are you gonna make it that long?
Wait, I'm gonna give you an answer now.
Like ratio
40%.
40%.
40%. For every 10 mothers, there's at least 4 single mothers.
4 single mothers. For every 10.
For every 10.
Okay.
That is insane.
Insane, yeah.
That is insane.
Wow.
But now wait.
Is it global?
It's global, yeah. It's global.
And the trend seems to be growing. I think
Of course. But you know what also? It's us. It's us.
When you say us, what do you mean?
Single mothers, first of all, and then parents.
Yeah.
I have a son that I'm raising. If he comes home and his girlfriend's pregnant, I will make sure, and this is just my personal views, I will make sure that boy takes responsibility of his kid, right? I will never be a mother that enables her son. There's a lot of mothers, fathers too, that enable their sons, their daughters to be shitty parents.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's why there's so much.
I think there's nothing that you can.
Damn, is this car okay?
There's nothing. Okay, where is this guy going? Okay. Oh, this one is stuck. He's not doing his other.
Sorry.
It's a lady.
Aww. Help
no one is
her.
stopping to help her.
Exactly. I'm like, help her.
Come on, man.
She okay?
Nah, I think eventually someone is gonna stop now.
I hope
You see,
so.
There's a lot of guys coming. I was
hope
gonna stop
so.
and.
But yeah, I think it's my responsibility as a mother, so that this is not a continuous trend. For when my son grows up, he's only 9.
Yeah.
Is that I instill principles in him that, hey, should I make someone pregnant before their time, before marriage, I have the responsibility to be there for my child. That's my responsibility.
When do you start talking about such issues with your son?
Maybe when he's 13.
When he's 13.
When the hormones are
Actually,
flying.
You know. I'm thinking like nowadays these kids grow quickly. And
Yeah,
they
for
know
sure.
stuff very,
For sure, because
very
everything's on
early.
the internet.
Yeah, they know stuff very early. So I don't think you need to wait until. Just give hints.
So I have had the talk with my son. He's 9 years old, as I said. He asked me what's sex. I told him what's sex. He asked me what's gay. I told him what's gay, you know.
Yeah.
And until he brings it up, then I'll talk to him. But for now, I think I'll just let him be a child, because that's what he deserves to be, is a child. But as soon as he starts growing puberty hair, then it's my responsibility to let him know, hey. First of all, you should not be engaging in such activities.
What's happening here?
Hi, Bo, what's going on? Can you do it again? Can you wave your hand? There we go.
There it goes. Oh, it's too crazy.
It's not you can't be engaging in activities for so at such a young age. And I tell my son straight, hey, you're not emotionally ready
Yeah.
for a relationship. There's no way. You're fucking 9. You know? But when he gets to that age, I'll explain it to him. I'll explain all the consequences.
Yeah.
All of them, every single one of them. I don't hide anything from my kids. My son knows what's alcohol, he knows what's weed, he knows what's drugs, he knows what's going out, he knows what's right and wrong. You know what I mean? I think it's our responsibility as a parent to not hide the world.
Because the world is not hiding itself.
Hell no. Hell no. You know, they go to school, they're exposed to 100 different things. But
and we don't even monitor what they go through. So like it's like fooling yourself.
look here, there's my son calling.
Is it?
But yeah, like I said, it's my responsibility as a parent to have that conversation with him and let him know that, hey, if you bring a woman home pregnant, you will take responsibility of that child. And I really hope and pray that other moms and dads out there can do the same for their kids. Yeah.
Are we at the right spot here?
Yes, we are.
You know what? Yeah? I have to say thank you for opening up.
Cool.
You're vulnerable. You told me stuff that you like. Come on, man. I'm a stranger to you, and then you told me all the stuff. You're vulnerable. Thank you so much
Cool.
for taking your time to talk to me. And I know someone is going to actually benefit immensely from this.
For sure.
And I'll make sure that you watch this also.
For sure. Please
so
send it to me.
Permission to use it on my social media?
Yes, of course. Of course. Please tag me as well.
Come on.
I'd love to be tagged. Cool. I hope you have a brilliant day today. More sales, more rides. Let's go.
Come on.